My dear friends, this little phrase, God is ever greater, is a small phrase that gives us freedom. It can give us peace and give us joy. Because God is ever greater and He is the one who loves us.
Crumbz from Gerard, Tuesday 3-minute reflections.
This phrase you don't find in scripture, nor do you find it in the teachings of Augustine, though you can say it kind of gives you an idea of what St Augustine himself thought, as in the Confessions. He always sees God as beyond. St Augustine says, "What then are you, my God? Most high, most good, most potent, most omnipotent, yet more truly than all these." You don't find these in the teaching of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, and yet in a way it can summarize what it meant for Ignatius of Loyola. So let's try to understand what this phrase means for us. First of all, it makes us stand in front of God with awe, a kind of reverence. All our prayer life, all our spirituality, all our theology and spiritual reading will never be able to grasp God. God will always be a mystery for us. As someone has said, when you think you know God, you can be definite that you don't know Him, because God is ever greater. The second thing is, you will not be able to idolize God, put God in a kind of a mold and say, this is God. Because as I've just said, God is beyond. All our understandings of Him are limited, because our thinking is limited. The third, it will lead us to humility. I will never be able to know God. My prayer life will not help me to know the fullness of God, yet it will open me to God. Finally, I will realize, because God is ever greater, all I can do is bow down and say, Lord, not me. To you be the glory. And fourth, it will help us to hope. So my sin is nothing to the mercy of God. Or as someone has said, my sin is like a drop of water in the ocean of God's mercy. It will help me to realize that God is much greater than the greatest of my thoughts. It will make me realize that no matter what, I can hope, because God is always greater than all the plans that I have. All that I think I can do, God can do much more for me. And so what does it mean in practice, my dear friends? We can always stand in awe before God, knowing that He is the Creator. We can always turn to God in mercy, knowing that His mercy is far beyond what I can understand. And we can always turn to Him, knowing that there's always a better future, because He is in charge of my life if I allow Him to. He is a God of surprises who can do marvelous things in my life. God is ever greater.
Crumbz from Gerard, Tuesday 3-minute reflections.